don't see no tree. No, I want that.
You want me to pour this out?
Yeah. So you're the damn video. She said she on the StreamYard one. She said want you want. She said she on the StreamYard one. Wanna join me? She said she can't get on that one. She said she on the. She said they won't let her get on that one. Yeah, that's weird. Want you want? She said she on the StreamYard. She said they won't let her get on that one.
Why? Girls need it too. It's my Twitter. And I posted the link in there. Tell them my Twitter is Gooly. Gooly. Oh, you on your StreamYard? Gooly girl. Gooly. Oh. Why?
I said that's why.
Girl, 83. Twitter. Okay, y'all. And I posted the link in there. Alright, y'all. We gonna all leave and go to her page. Oh, you on your StreamYard? In this live, we're gonna go on her page.
I just said, want to join me?
Oh.
That's what I said. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so I'm gonna put, I don't even know how to comment on here, but I'm gonna put the link. I'm fixing to put the link on your page, I guess. It's crazy. My first time using StreamYard, but thank you for showing me how to do it. Go to that first, is there supposed to be coastal flooding? Why the fuck is she over there by the water? I'm fixing to put the link in that comment. Copy access. Okay. I put it where you said you live on my page. I put it on that post. Y'all excuse me, I don't feel too good. I put it on the post where you said you live on my page. Something is wrong because I see it there just like I couldn't see yours, you can't see mine. I'm fixing to tell you what it is though. Um that's crazy. I'm fixing to write it on a piece of paper. Hold on for me. Oh, you see it? Okay, okay. I had to take my look. Okay, Joseph say he see it. Um, let me get something to write it down with. It's telling me to put on some headphones. Okay, I see Candy Twin add to stage. Bam. I see it.
Damn.
Got it.
Do I need to put on my Bluetooth?
It say earphones. Let me find some earphones.
I think Bluetooth would be fine.
Let me see. I hope these work. How y'all doing?
We're okay. Keep it up. My dog over here messing with me.
Can y'all hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Says I guess the echo. One of you two needs to mute. If we mute Joseph, how we gonna talk? Oh God, wait a minute. This is my first time using StreamYard. Y'all teaching me as I go along. So
Yeah, I mean, I know how to do it on Android. It's just for some strange reason it's strange on this iPhone.
Joseph, is it still a problem? What do you hear?
Oh, so people coming in?
I see 3 people on here. I guess it's just me, you, and Joseph. Oh, he said never mind. It was echoing. That's why I put the earplugs in. It told me to put on some earplugs to clear up the echo. Let me see.
Yeah.
It's somebody else. I got a number 1 down here, but it's for a private chat. I don't understand. Okay, that was okay. All right, I see it. I got it. So I see Joseph here. I don't see the other people who were here and yours. They not here yet.
Yeah, I posted in my community tab.
Okay, let me go over there and look. I don't know. I just I didn't come to bash Candy or nothing. I just came to defend myself because I'm thrown for a loop for real.
Every time it's not never a thing of trying to bash her. It's a thing of click like me. I didn't make videos for a year and a half. And before that, she had been making videos about me for like 4 years before I found out.
And I right before I came on here, I got another notification and she bet I kind of see a little bit, and like I said, I'm not bashing her. I'm just telling my experience. I ran across her page like almost a month ago, right after she left her apartment. So I never saw her page when she was still in her apartment. I never saw it then. I think the first time that I ran, it was like the 2nd or the 3rd or the 4th, something like that, of October. And I started talking to her. I found her on TikTok first, and then I subscribed to her X, her Twitter, and her YouTube. And to be quite honest, she was always talking about you. I didn't know who you were because she never said your page name. A friend of
Yeah, you
mine,
know, she say my name is over.
yeah, she
That's
never said your page name. She always just used to talk about her sister. A friend of mine went and found it. Found she hunted you down. And she would be telling me, she would be sending me your videos. And like I said, I apologize, Brandy, because I was like, how in the world can, it was just like, I just can't believe this. How is she doing this? And then I'm listening to Candy, and she is adamant about the fact that her gang stalking is, a lot of it is coming from you because you keep up with her on YouTube. But now I see this one little thing that I did, and she had that I really didn't even do anything. If you stop those messages and read them, I never accused her of anything. I never told her to tolerate anything. I never told her to do anything. I was asking her what could she do? What can you tolerate? Because what I was gonna suggest is that if she could find maybe a real cheap hotel, a real cheap motel that she could, get these 3 days that she was complaining about. If she could get those 3 days in a real cheap motel, if she got some earplugs, if she could just compromise the vibration, if she could put up with some vibration, if she didn't have to hear it, if she could put up with it for those 3 days, and that would have been a reasonable goal. I probably could have got that out myself, maybe like $100, $150 or something like that, and whatever she could give somebody else, because I don't want to see nobody out in the cold. I don't want to see nobody. I literally got a storage of stuff. I was ran out of my place, by people who really was up to no good doing the stuff. But I don't have to talk about it. I show it. I prove it. What I say happened to me, I can prove everything that I say happens to me. And because Candy was saying her experiences that were so similar to mine, I believe whole time my homegirl telling me she ain't proving none of this stuff she's saying. She just talking about it. She was like, you when she go up in the restaurants, when she go up in this and say in the hotels, and she can't she she video everywhere she go in the street and talk about what people do to her, but she don't never show it when it happens. So, I was dismissing it. I was like, well, maybe she be in places where I'm just making excuses for her. And my friend is coming telling me that you being fooled, you being dumb. And she sent me that video when you were saying all of y'all deserve it. If y'all giving Candy money, and boy, that just did something to me. I was like, how can she? But you know what? I feel you now. I kind of, because stop and read those messages. Tell me where I was wrong at. Tell me where
right.
I accused her of something. Where I said that she gave up her place. I didn't say that at all. I didn't tell her that she needed to tolerate the gangster. All I said was that we are responsible for our own triggers. And if you constantly telling people, I got oversensitive this and oversensitive that, people who don't like you, they gonna prey on that.
Mm-hmm.
If you really being stalked and done wrong, why tell people what hurts you? Why tell people? Why put it out for the whole world to see? That was my point when I was saying we are responsible for our own triggers, and sometimes we have to learn how to just not be triggered in order to have what we need. And all I meant was like for 3 days. Can you stand some vibration for 3 days? She's walking the streets, and I know she feel those vibrations all the time. I didn't even think about it. What she said in her video today, she was saying people always asking her, "Well, you hear the bass when you out in the streets, and you hear this." I didn't even think about that all of this time. I never even thought about that.
And she moved
When
back
you
to New
have to
Orleans where there's noise.
exactly when
You
you in
just
all of
got
those
put out of an
places.
apartment. You had your own place. And you got put out of there. Or she willingly walked away to go deal with even more noise at home. But she always does that. She goes where she hates and calls it fake. She'll go to that's why I did my video the other day clowning in fake Walmart. She calls Walmart fake, but every time you want to find candy, get where the fuck you gonna find it? In Walmart.
I never, a lot of stuff I never thought about. I was just thrown off guard when I left her that message last night. I'm on cough medicine because I'm trying to keep from getting sick. So I took some NyQuil after I left her that message, and I didn't wake up this morning till about 9 o'clock, and it was about 11 o'clock when I responded to her message on TikTok. And she was saying that I hurt her feelings and that I'm being judgmental. And I told her, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. I'm not being judgmental. I was just asking you. I'm trying to find out because I don't know what you can tolerate. That's why I was asking you. And I told her the only place that I can, if she can't tolerate any of that, the only place that I could think of that would be soundproof enough would be a storage facility, something she could afford. Sneak in her storage and get a storage and stay out those hard nights in the storage. She said that she can't do that either. I'm out of suggestions. That's why I was asking. And at the end, if you look at the cash app that cash app I put there on the end, I literally bought her a room one night, and I'm selling stuff out of my own storage on Marketplace. You know, somebody sent me $50 for something that I sold them, and I sent Candy like 48 of it in the same day. You know, and as
We
soon as
trying
I
to figure
left,
out where she getting all this money from when she literally gonna say, "Oh, I got 38 cents in the bank right now, y'all," and then boom, we look up, she's in a hotel.
I mean,
And then she's
because
always foreseeing she's gonna need this or that the next 3 days. How you know that? And then she panhandles. She does videos of her panhandling on the street. And then she get mad when we tell people. She already told me back in 2019 she make more money on the streets than her living in a place anyway. Cause I told her, "Why don't you come live with me?" She's like, "No, cause you live in a lesbian lifestyle and I don't like it, pretty much." And I'm like, "What?" She said, "Well,
it's
okay,
not.
if
I
I
mean,
come,
how
you
how
gotta."
how how you gonna judge somebody when I can't even ask questions, and you saying I'm judging you? It's a I think she feel guilty for something or something. It's a defense mechanism or something. Tell me when you read that. Tell me if I'm wrong. Now
You're
I'm not.
not wrong at all.
Tell me if I accused her. Tell me if I told her to tolerate anything. Just tell me what I said wrong. And as soon as she accepted my apology on TikTok, but it was like 2 hours later when I got on YouTube and I saw the video, and I'm just blowed because I knew it was about me because she mentioned the earphones, the earplugs. She mentioned this and mentioned that. I had offered to buy her some good earplugs to where she could still hear people talking, but it would block out the background noise, like $30 earplugs.
And that's how you know the sound is coming from here. Because she walks around with earbuds all day. But those are clear signs of schizophrenia. I have a homeboy, and whenever he comes in town to visit me, I have to scream, yell, and wave at him because he got them earbuds in his ears. I said, "Hey man, I know I like to listen to music a lot, but like it's like you trying to tune something out." He like it drowns out my thoughts.
Wow.
So got
Yeah.
it.
But she said that she doesn't have to tell people her triggers because people can read her mind. She was saying, I don't tell nobody nothing when I can go and pull up about 5, 6 videos right quick of her constantly saying I got hypersensitive ears. When she got into it with those people at the day center, that's what she was telling them, that she got hypersensitive ears. You know,
and nobody still even then don't even know why she got kicked out of there. All we know is that she got kicked out.
it
She never
seems
told
like
what
that she was
happened, how it
telling
started.
them. It seems like she was telling them she wanted to stand apart from everybody else in a certain area where nobody else was. Because that sometimes she said she can't stand nobody being around her. She don't like nobody touching her. So
Yeah,
I
but
was
at the
thinking
same
that
time,
maybe that's what it was, and they were telling her she has only two options: either to stand over there where everybody else was standing, or go outside. And she was just trying to tell them that she has OCD. She said she has OCD then or something like that, and hypersensitive ears and all of that kind of stuff. So it's just a lot. In 2 videos, she made another video saying that I was talking about her too. I just want somebody to tell me where I said anything bad in those messages. I didn't put those messages up to talk about her or anything. I don't have you and her relationship. I always told her that hopefully it could be repaired. She's saying that it cannot. I hear you saying sometimes that it cannot. And yes, I looked at a few of your videos and I was telling her, I was like, it seemed like she hates you. Just like what I was thinking. That's what I told you. It seems like that she really hates you. Those are mean comments that she making. And all of this is because it's like she blows things out of proportion. And she said stuff that I did not say. And I told her that on TikTok. I was like, you literally lied about what you were saying that I said, Candy. I said nothing. That as soon as I said that, block, account not found. She blocked me so fast
that's just
until
like she lied and said that in the military I bragged about sexually assaulting a girl in the military. Why are you just not saying something about it if I did that?
I didn't understand it. I was thrown off on it, and had she not brought me up, I would not have brought you up. Um I would not have gone to nobody saying nothing about she hurt my feelings. I just sent her money yesterday. Day before yesterday, and over $200 in less than a month. I don't got that. I don't got it for real. But I made myself have it. I sacrificed. I don't got that, and if people found out, I'm putting it out there now. I'm the dumb one. I look stupid. I shouldn't have did that. I could have been doing something for me with that. But right at this moment, I got somewhere to lay my head, and I felt like she did not.
Mm-hmm.
And it
I,
so yeah, it hurt my feelings, but I'll get over that.
you
She
don't
gonna
have.
have to stop that. I wouldn't have never believed. And it was like 2 or 3 weeks ago, my homegirl sent me that screenshot saying where you were saying Candy is not a Candy Grand Prix is not a nice person. And when I went and found the video and looked at it, I was like, I can't even see it. I can't even see it. But it went down exactly like you said.
It's the way
It's
how she words things. That's why.
exactly like you said. As soon as you say something that she don't agree with, block. Cussed you out and block. I was, she said F me on that video this morning. And, this was before I had even talked to her. She felt like that when I went on TikTok to apologize. She should have said it to me then. That's why on her
Not
video
say
I
directly
said,
to your face.
yeah, that's why I said since this way you want, I'm gonna address it right here since this video is about me. I'm gonna address it on this video because we could have did that privately.
You
She
know how
didn't
many
have to.
times I told her, let's go live face to face and say whatever you got to get off your chest. Come on, let's.
It's
What can I
just
do to her way over there?
It's the power of making those videos and putting them out. It empowers her. It makes it seem like nobody else can't go against what she say, because if you do, she gonna block you and delete the comments, because I see my comments are deleted. That's why I screenshot them real quick when I left them
I've been going
earlier
at it with this
today.
lady named T Talks Teresa. We was trying to tell her this the other day. And what she gonna tell Candy? I kept telling her, your day coming, bitch. Your day coming.
I promise you, you said it. I promise you, you said it when you said all of y'all stupid so-and-sos, you deserve it, because she gonna turn on you and she gonna this, and that. I was sitting up there saying, no, she not. No, she not. Why would she bite the hand? And then she accused me of giving her money to control, giving you.
I'm gonna have to go back and look at the video, because I know I was riding in the car earlier when I was listening to it.
She just made another one like 30 minutes ago, right before we came on here. She had just made another one where she said that fake TIs give her money in order to control her.
And what's this? The so-called TI community, but this the community that she asked for money.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. As soon as I was trying to figure out and make some suggestions to keep, it's just this right here. If you're not gonna give her money, she don't want to have nothing. You just listen to her talk and give her money. That's all she want. And I found it out the hard way.
And I have another sister that's like that too. My biological mama was just like that too.
And I didn't know that I couldn't make suggestions and try to help her, try to give her just talk, have camaraderie, have a conversation. All she would have had to say was, girl, ain't none of that gonna work. Bam. I wouldn't have said nothing else about it. She could have just said that to me. Ain't none of it gonna work.
Two things you gotta do. Listen to what she said about Brandy and give her money. That's it.
That's it. And
otherwise, you're a fake TI perp. I'm like, how this guy came in and derailed this whole community and took over this whole community? Since where does it say that when somebody walking around with a headlight on or whatever like that, one headlight, or wearing the color red, that they deserve to die and go to jail? Dude, I've been going through some real stuff this year.
I don't even say nothing about that, because there's a lot of people who, they conditioned to see certain things. It does happen. I don't know where it happened to her at, but she points it out each time. That's her prerogative. I don't say nothing with what she feel like her experiences are. Those are your experiences. I can't take them from you. I'm not even gonna question.
People realize threatened me with guns this year. Threatened to shoot me. Yeah. One person about 3 weeks ago told me they was gonna shoot my house up. I said, you ain't gotta do it, I'll do myself. And I took a handful of Prozac and wound up having to go to the ER. I almost died. I sent myself into a hypertensive crisis. My blood pressure was through the roof. That's but they say the gang stalkers try to do stuff to you, make you kill yourself, right? Yeah. I'm like, why is it different when it happened to Brandy? Makes no sense. And I done been through some stuff when we were kids. Sexual abuse, physical abuse, mental abuse. Candy more so dealt with like mental and psychological abuse. Every now and then physical abuse, but everybody knew Candy was with the shits. She gonna fight back.
Yeah.
I dealt with sexual abuse. And she gonna tell y'all that I lied about being raped in the military. She's cool with one of the dudes that was raping me in the military.
I know, I don't remember her. I haven't ran across that video because she got a lot of them. And I'm still on this year right here looking at her videos.
Man, I know she had I ain't gonna say his name, maybe later I might say his name, but he was in the comments when I was with my ex-girlfriend. Him and his girlfriend was in the comments calling my girl at the time girlfriend a gargoyle. Said she looked like a gargoyle. I'm like, they was mad because I don't want to have sex with them. It was the dude and then his girlfriend. And then a couple months ago, his girlfriend found me on TikTok. Talking about I showed up in her For You page. I'm looking good now. I'm like, block, straight up. I'm like,
Wow.
how you found my TikTok? Candy told me. And when I first got out the military, Candy knew about what this dude did to me when I was in the military. I'm still getting therapy behind this. Because this was the dude that made me keep my mouth shut. Because he
Yeah.
knew I was already raped on the base. So he like, nobody
Yeah.
not going to believe you. I'm a married man. He was married to somebody else at the time. That's the first damn thing
But
Candy
this
do
too
when I
late.
get out the military. As soon as I got out the military, some time went by. I get married. I have a baby. That's what Candy go do. Get this dude my phone number and tell him where I live at. So how y'all even meet each other? To this day, I don't know how them two know each other. But
And
it's
she
been
on
over
look.
20 years and they are still cool. And guess what? Don't nobody got nothing to say about that. But it's, oh, Brandy got her twin sister out on the streets. Brandy not helping her twin. This girl is a vile fucking demon, man.
Let me ask you this: who is Darnell Perkins, or who is Darnell?
He just trolls her because he
Oh,
gave
okay.
her money too. From and what I found that out yesterday or the day before. He gave her money, and much like you, got fucked over too. Same with Star Brooker. Stars
Yeah.
K15, same thing. Gave her some money, she shitted on him and blocked him.
I
Many
mean,
people.
I ain't never in my life have I gave nobody no money and tried to tried to control them with it. And she said, as soon as on this last video, she said, as soon as you see me get down to my lowest, you wanna stop, get control her with the money, like stop giving her money. I just gave her some money yesterday. I just got it yesterday and I gave her some of what I got yesterday. I just sent her $10 yesterday, and I ain't trying to, I ain't trying to control nobody with nothing. I was trying to help, and I feel bad when I can only give her enough money to eat with, and and because if I had a place for her to go, I would give her a place to go, but
She don't want that.
she don't. It's
She
either
had
gonna
two
have to be
places to
the.
live this year. She done had jobs.
That's what I
She,
said. She had two. I see she had two apartments this year. I'm just up to this year, and I think I seen a couple of videos from like November, December of last year. But I
I
ain't. She
did
got
videos
years
on
worth of
saying about how
videos.
she willingly walked out on her Section 8. She willingly walked out because she couldn't deal with the noise. She told everybody I was lying, and literally the same thing happened again.
They put her out this time. She had a hearing, but it was something in between her and the next door neighbor. That girl who was next door to her, she was able to prove a little bit more than that Candy was the problem, more than she was, that Candy could prove she was the problem.
But
And
just
they
imagine
gave
if she
her.
wasn't messing with them about that noise and how aggressive she was. She always calls me a fake ghetto thug, but this girl act harder than me.
I mean, she was going beating on people, though. I can't say that right there. That didn't help her case at all. Going, you know, trying to make people. You can't. She say people try to control her, but it's the opposite. She try to control what people do because
Yeah,
she want total silence. And I told her today, I didn't
always
want
been
to.
that way.
The only way that I could think you could have total silence is if you build a house to your specifications. Well, if you go get a storage unit, because it ain't hardly nobody there. I didn't
Hmm.
want to suggest that to her, but that's what it is. I put those messages up for you to see them. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. If I said anything
No,
wrong, I
you see,
put
the
that
thing is,
conversation up.
everybody gotta have a place to live. We put on this earth to have some type of habitation. And even me, and I wasn't gonna say nothing, but even though I know I got my stuff going on, I ain't blessed like 3 people between this week and last week myself. But according to her, oh, I give away money, and like it's not like I never asked her, hey, you need some money? You want me to buy you a new phone? No, I'm fine, thank you. But and then all this about, oh, I live a perverse lifestyle. I'm trying to project of course, my sexuality on her. But she sits here and calls my new girlfriend the new girl, the new person.
Well, we even discussed that last night. I told her, I said that I think that she calls the niece and the foster mother and the biological, all of this. I felt like she was doing it so she wouldn't call nobody's name. She was trying to give y'all a little privacy instead of
But
calling your name. She just
but
say,
it hit different from the and the my niece.
"Oh, biological and the biological." I got you.
Yeah,
It would
because
be
I mean
different
that's your
if
niece, and you claim that the children was done so bad. Why you won't say my niece? And not once have you ever heard her say, "I love my niece, I love my nephews." Never, never. But those poor kids. Never will you hear her say, "Happy birthday, nephew. Happy birthday, nieces. It's supposed to be Ivan's birthday today."
wow.
Birthday? Nephew? No. How
I just
about,
feel
has
like
she ever bought any diaper for them, any milk, any stock?
I heard you say that on one of your lives not too long ago that she done. I heard you say that before.
She went in the picture for 7 whole years, never went to not one court date or nothing. You want to talk about targeting? My brother set me up to get my kids taken. He
Mm.
did not deny it. But guess what
And
he
that
busts
right
off and
there,
said?
I want to address that. If I know she'll probably see this or hear this or whatever. And like I said, I care about her well-being. I wish her nothing but love. I wish that people would treat her like she want to be treated. But that's all I can do is wish that, because she gonna behave how she's gonna behave. And I hope that she comes up against some tolerable people. Um, she mentioned in her last video that I looked at right before I came online, how am I supposed to be her friend, but I look at your videos. People have been trying to tell me the whole time. Well, a couple of people. One person got in touch with me on it's a girl on here that's got some videos about Candy. I'm not gonna mention her name, but um she was trying to tell me that Candy and some other man who she's friends with, who's supposed to be a gang stalker, him and Candy was gang stalking her. And I just kind of dismissed that a little bit, but she got a few videos about it in the last couple of years.
I know
And
exactly.
she got it, huh?
I know exactly who you're talking about.
She got in touch with me, and I dismissed it. I didn't even say anything about it. I didn't even answer it. I deleted the comments and I kept it pushing. I have never commented on one of your videos. I ain't never tried to get in touch with you before. I just look at them to try to gauge, to see how it felt, to see how it felt within me. I was too invested into Candy to be able to see, just like what you said. I I just didn't want to see it. I did not want to see it. I ain't never tried to be your friend. I would look at your videos and I would tell Candy, it seemed like this and it seemed like that. And as long as I was not agreeing with you, she fine with me. And she ain't say nothing about it. But tonight on the video she did, now I'm wrong for watching your videos. I've never tried to contact you until my homegirl sent me the screenshots of everything that she said to you today. And she said I gave her your and I told her to get in touch with you. That's what she told me.
Mm-hmm.
So I did find you. I tried to find that video where you said that Candy was not a night. I couldn't find that video to comment on, but I commented on another video where you said, I said she dealt with me. She dealt with me good, baby. It was like You ain't gotta say no more. I'm not gonna try to control you with my money. Them look, you know, because I need to be saving that for myself because I can be in a precarious situation on my own at any time with the way, these people playing with me. So
Especially when they talking about doing another government shutdown in about 5 days. They got 5 days to respond.
yeah, so I hate that I just wanted to put it out there because I know if I'm wrong, your people tell me if I was wrong or not. Your people that be up in your chat, they'll say something about it. And like I said, I don't wish her no harm, none whatsoever. I hope everybody deals with her the way that I was dealing with her, with just some grace. Just give her some grace. And if you can't do nothing to help her, don't hurt her, because I don't think she will lash out. She ain't gonna hurt nobody but herself. The situation she put herself in, she don't need nobody else to do nothing bad to her because she got that going on her own. So I had to just say you was right. I have to give it up to my home girl, and I have to, if you want to say I told you so, hey, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. And it was a lesson that I learned. It was a lesson that I learned.
Well, yeah, it's only one person that I had told, one or two people, but for sure one person that I did tell. I said, everybody talk about me like a dog, but then when Candy crossed them, they come on be buddy buddy with me. I did say that. And this one person, they admitted to me, yes, I did. But I didn't know. I was like, how did you not know? Everything I was doing, all these videos, where I was able to do side by side comparisons, where she'll say one thing in one video, another thing in the next video. I think I need to put on my Bluetooth if I'm echoing.
I don't hear no echo.
I hear it a little bit now. Just,
I mean, yeah, and I'm looking at the comments now. I just seen how to put comments up on the thing right here. That was my point when I was trying to figure out what she could tolerate, because she said she can't even go to the shelters. She can't use the shelter. She can't do this and she can't do that. A real cheap hotel for 3 nights. If you could tolerate, if you could compromise on maybe hearing a little vibration, if you had some earplugs in, that might have been doable. But the hotel she stayed cost like $100 a night. So
yep.
that's a little costly. She stay at the name brand hotel, not the motel. So that $100. I did it one time, one night, and you could see it on my thing. I sent her the $87 for a room for one night. But
And you think that she be saying that she's not gonna mention whoever gave her the money for their sake. She does it for her sake. It's not because they asked to not be mentioned and I don't want to put them out there because they no. It's the thing of if she tell who gave her the money, they know my people gonna come looking for them and say, hey, Candy's not a nice person.
I promise you, when look, that girl found me because she saw a conversation me and Candy had on. She saw me and Candy conversating on a post on TikTok, and she said that people, a lot of her followers are her perks and her ops and all of that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
In this case, I kind of believe her because the girl found me, but I was just saying, I was just thinking that she was just a hater, something just, I don't know what to think. I didn't know what to think. I was just all caught up into the fact that this, she was just living on the street like that. She was just living on the streets like that, and she seemed to be in such dire straits. Like, very intelligent, very well spoken, but the best con people are.
Yep.
So yeah, choice.
And the
I
reason
didn't
how I
even
came to the
know.
conclusion that she was a con artist was because she wrote about me in a book, an Amazon book. And she said that she can't get no help from her own family, not even her own twin sister.
She says that a lot, but I try not to divest into all of that because I be trying to keep it. I don't want to get caught up into the family stuff. That's what I was telling my
Mm.
friend. I don't want to get caught up in her and her sister's stuff because that don't got nothing to do with me. I
Yeah, I
don't want
told
to
her.
get caught up in that. So I
And
never
mm,
go ahead.
I got fussed at too. They like, why would you let her come live with you, knowing you sleep with a breathing machine? I'm like, man. And the thing with that is because diabetes got put out of my place. But I'm like,
Yeah.
she's family. You know what I'm saying? But she don't look at it like that. And then we was on good terms, but around the time I told her, come live with me, guess what happened? It turned into an argument. Just like she came to visit me, it was a favor, supposed to be a favor for a favor, but she was out for the win. She was supposed to come help me to get surgery. I have one ovary and one fallopian tube right now. And when she came down here, she spent all my money and then created an argument. I had did a video saying, you be the judge. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was like, oh, Brandy's the abuser, Brandy's the narcissist, look how she's talking. But they didn't see this girl egging me on, calling me ghetto, saying I neglected my children, and saying, oh, I treat women better than my children. I gave up my children to live the lesbian life. And old Brandy make $3,000 a month, $4,000 a month, stuff like that. And even the other day, she was telling people I make $5,000 or $6,000 a month.
I think I heard that she said like 3 or 4 thousand, something like that. I did catch that right there, but like I said,
Mm-hmm.
those videos where she be going, I don't really like to watch the videos where she talks about y'all stuff. I more so go on the videos where she talking about what she done went through during the day. But as my homegirl did tell me, you don't ever see her videoing inside these places that she say she having a problem at. When they
Mm-hmm.
kicking her out of the hotel, you don't see none of them videos. When they been mean to her in the restaurants, you don't see none of those videos. None of that kind of stuff. I told her she did put up the video about the day center. We did see what was going on, but my friend was like, don't nobody know what happened right there. The same thing you said. She was like, you can't even tell what's going on over there. And I was like, well, it looked like this, and that. She said, girl, you can't tell what's going on in that video. She said, all of the stuff that she say happened, these people did this to her, and this girl did this, and this homeless woman gave her bed bugs and all that. You don't see none of that. You don't see none of it. She just talk about it. That was good enough for me. I ain't gonna dispute her experiences, like I said, because we all had we have them all. But
Mm-hmm.
now since you know, she kicked me out for giving her money. My friend said she cussed you out for giving her some money. So since I see how getting done like that, I can empathize with what you're saying. Your experiences are with her, because you had it once again. And I apologize, Brandy, for even thinking about you the way that I was thinking about you, because for one thing,
You
for
must have been
sure,
horrible.
I was thinking whatever she said, I was taking this woman at her word, and it was pretty much everything she say on her videos. It was pretty much that right there. And I was just saying, how horrible can it be to have a sister that treats you that way? And I'm just taking her for her word, because I was not giving you the opportunity to. I was just listening. If my friend sent me a video, she was like, you need to look at this one, and you need to look at this one, and you being a stupid fool, and this right here, and this own sister. Ain't nobody sister. Folks gonna talk about them on the internet like that, and it's not true. I'm like, but they going back and forth. So, and I said it, until she proved me wrong, I'm just go with what, and here we are today. And here we are today. So this was the only way that I was gonna be able to just defend myself, because these people that she be talking about up in these videos, these people did her wrong, and these people did her wrong. Now I have to sit back and wonder, did they really do her wrong? Is it to the extent of what she said is, or is it just, has she just blown it out of proportion to make herself feel like the victim? She even said that now I'm acting like the victim, like she did something wrong to me. You literally cussed me out on the video and blocked me because I told you that you were lying. If it wasn't true, you would have said I ain't lied about nothing. But we got paper trail. We got a paper trail of what the conversation was. I went to sleep last night. I stayed up 5 more minutes, because she commented right back that I hurt her feelings. But that NyQuil had me gone. I was gone soon, and I was texting her past sleep. But I wanted to see if we could come up with something by this morning, because it was already midnight. So I knew she wasn't going to be able to get a room last night. I was thinking today we could try to come up with something. But I woke up today to this right here. And so I finally had to come and meet Miss Brandy, and just let you know that people know they people. And with you and her being twins, you know her better than anybody else in the world.
I wish you could go back and see this video where she's walking by all these cars in the parking lot, and somebody's just on the phone talking. She like, get off your phone, bitch. And how this other video where they didn't give her an extra bowl of grits. So you see her just slowly balling her fist while she's telling the waiter that they don't supposed to give her more. No, it was mashed potatoes. It was something, but you can see her hands slowly balling up. And I'm like, I know she's not finna hit that person.
Wow. Like I
She's
said,
very violent.
she do so many videos. I'm going backwards. I was going backwards from the day when I met her. And it's been back since she was like right when she left Pensacola and came back to New Orleans. That was when I picked up on her, and I've just been going back. And I was surprised how many people on I just told her that in the thing yesterday. I told her, girl, you YouTube famous. And I use the word girl because we women, I ain't gonna say woman. I don't use the word girl to try to make her as a child, because I'm in my 50s.
That's a trigger to her.
It's a figure of speech, but
Mm.
and she never said anything to me about it, but she addressed it today in her video. She was like, people are always calling me girl like I'm their child, and I'm 40 years old. I understand that I'm Southern. I'm from Alabama, and those, that's just the type of language that I use. When I'm talking to somebody that I consider a friend, I'm just like, girl, I was like, you're YouTube famous. I said, that's got to pay off for you in some kind of way, because many people I'm talking about, it's a man from cross seas who got videos about Candy. His name is the Obelisk.
Obsolete.
Obletist or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
He got videos on Candy. I mean, it's a lot of pages made up with her face. It's just a lot of people.
It's even a lot of pages made with my face on it, and I was
I
like,
can't tell which one of y'all it is. I don't know if I said, Candy, this don't look like you right here. I told her, I said, it's a lot of pages with your face on it. I said, but this one don't look like you. This one actually look like your sister, but I can't tell y'all apart for real. So I don't know who face it is on there. So she was saying that that, they make fake pages about her, and I do see that, but I can't tell if it's your face or her face. So,
And did you
but I
hear? I
know
believe it
that.
was. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, go ahead.
I believe it was yesterday. She tried to justify when I had said I didn't say nothing for a whole year and a half.
Mhm.
Where was me? Where was I prepping and targeting her then? For a whole year and a half, I just went ghost, gave her a break. I went to perp someone else. Which is it? So now she wants to say she mentioned me and brought me up throughout that time because people was creating fake pages to fuck with her. Okay, you knew it wasn't me, so what the fuck they got to do with me? So I was sending people to mess with her. I'm like, do you know what? I'm going through a whole breakup. I had to live in a hotel by myself, and I unfairly had to pay rent with a hotel I was $1,400 and $1,200 for my apartment. And my ex had sat there and left the light bill on me, even when I was going over there to take her food every day, catching Ubers to go over there to give her food and stuff. And I told her, hey man, the least you can do is help me with the light bill. She told me I ain't got nothing to do with that. That's on you. I don't know what to tell you. My ex.
And she does. She is she mad because that's another reason why she know I felt guilty because I got a place to lay my head at night. I want anybody to have somewhere. I gotta, you know, life ain't fair, but sometimes you do. Ain't nobody telling you to take nothing off of nobody. What I actually said was to take your power back. I said you can't give everybody. I was just saying take your power back. I didn't be in charge of your own, and stop letting the people who walking down the street having a conversation. See, they talking loud and they this and they that. That right there is make you out of a joke to people. That's why that man, the obelisk, when I looked at his videos, those was like disgusting to me. How he set up and laughed and talked about her and stuff like that. It was really disturbing. Um, how he was describing her and all of that kind of stuff. Don't give nobody the ammunition. If you don't give them the ammunition, they can't shoot the gun at you. And that was my thing when I said take back your power. I wasn't saying that nobody control her. You know, control yourself. And can't nobody control you with money and giving you money and stuff like that. When people donate to you and then you turn right around and you say, especially since I know where she coming from, supposedly, being targeted by people for what I don't know. I know why I'm in the position that I'm in, and I clearly explain it all on my page. If you take your time and go back and look at my videos, you can see I clearly state what happened to me to put me in the position that I'm in. And with me I was trying to empathize with her because I know how it could be, but when somebody donate to you and give to you, um me as a woman, I don't want to control another woman. She was saying um some man, she put up a video about some man told her he'll send her $25, but she gotta call him and she gotta do what he want her to do and all of this kind of stuff. That's controlling you. That's when somebody want to control you, if that's true. I don't care what you do with it. Once it leave me and go to you, you could take it in cash and wipe your butt with it and throw it away. It ain't gonna do me none. But don't look me in my face and tell me fuck you. I mean, F you about your money. You trying to do no, 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 no. That's where I can understand what you was saying when you say the same people who she claimed, the community who she claimed to be a part of, she turn around and take a dump on them whenever she feels like it, whenever it suits her, when somebody don't say something that she likes. So I hate that we had to come to a parting of ways like this, but it wasn't my doing. when I'm just asking questions and trying to figure out what what sets her off, and I just don't understand it. But I know now I can understand you better since I'm put in that position. I can understand you better because in one day she done did 2 videos, and I see why you all the time saying, stop talking about me. Stop talking about me. Stop talking about me. Once you in her sights, it's on. This right here gonna set her off, and it's probably gonna be 10, 15, 30, 100 videos about me from this
I was
right here.
getting ready to say, you ready?
No, but I don't want the smoke.
You
I
going
don't
on
want the smoke.
YouTube? You going
But
on YouTube?
I don't want it. But I'm gonna stand 10 toes down for it. I'm gonna be whatever she say I am or whatever it is. The proof is in the footwork right there. I put it all up there, and that was the last conversations me and her had. Just like I said, I sent her a few dollars to eat with yesterday. I don't got no bad feelings about her. I never said nothing negative to her or about her. I only tried to uplift her and to try to make her feel like that somebody care about her, because she always saying don't nobody care about her. Somebody does care about you. I
She
love
won't
you.
let
I
me
don't
care.
even know you. I love you enough not to want to see nothing happen to you. I don't want to see nothing happen to you. If ain't nothing but one person, I was that person. I still don't want to see nothing happen to her. I'm going to still go to bed and pray for her. Lord, I want everybody to give her grace today. It's my prayer for Candy. Give her grace. If you can't do nothing to help her, don't hurt her. That's my prayer for Candy. Grace and help. And somebody to show her a little bit of love. I seen her smile one time, and today on that video, it was creepy when I seen her smile.
You ain't the only person that say that.
Wow, it was kind of creepy today when I seen it, because I know she had some fire behind that smile. But I appreciate, when she is happy. I can appreciate that, because everybody deserves to even when you're going through it, you still deserve a little bit of happiness. And she be down on herself so much.
For sympathy.
And
Let me tell you though, she been mean like that since we were little. Since we were like 3, 4, 5 years old. She's always been mean.
all good, sunshine. It wasn't. If that's for me, sunshine. I wasn't bowing down to her. I was just trying to show her that she still worth something. She still worth something. It was just the con game. I guess I don't know what it is. Not the con. I ain't gonna call it the con. The pity game. It was the pity
Yeah.
thing, and I
She
got a
won't let
soft
nobody
spot.
care. You ever hear her talk about how somebody was fake nice? When I sat there and I said,
That's what
I
she
was the
called me
one.
today. She
Yeah,
called me fake nice.
I was the one that told her, hey man, you need to get to the hospital. So I said, can somebody reach my twin sister? And
I
that
saw
T-Toss
that
and
one.
Teresa said she was gonna tell her. But so here go my twin sister making a video. Somebody told me to go to the ER. It was me. But whenever Brandy do good, it's not credible.
Yeah.
Or I have to have a motive behind it. From way over here. If you saying that I got my own place, got a girlfriend, got my own car, and all this, then why am I jealous of you? If I have all this money, why? How?
My point was with asking her what she can tolerate. If you can't tolerate nothing, you're not gonna never be able to get in nowhere. Especially if you don't have the money to make it to where you need to make it how you want to make it. If you don't have the money to make your comfort like you want it, you're gonna have to tolerate a little something to be able to live somewhere or to be able to get a job. I don't know what happened to the job. I didn't see that video right there. I thought she looked like she was working at a school or something. not too long ago. I saw her. She was in a school. I don't know what happened with that right there, but I just know that she says if ain't nobody gonna let her have a job or let her live nowhere, somebody gave you the job. You just sometimes you have to
What
compromise.
happened
Life is
with that?
about compromise.
It was like I think two people on the job she kept getting into it, and then a
I
third
know one
person.
of them was a principal, a assistant principal, or something like some guy, some man who touched her, and she said she didn't want to be touched. They got into it, but the last I saw of that, she was saying that she didn't get fired because of the altercation they got, and she was glad that they took her side on it. So I still wasn't able to see the ending of that right there, but
I think that was
um,
it was some man she kept getting into it. She hated him with a passion.
yeah, I
And
think it was that guy.
that little situation there was funny between that and when she was working at this kid's place and was jumping on the trampoline.
I saw that video. I thought she was just I thought she went there for herself. I didn't know she was working there. I thought she just went to go have some fun. But she was working there. I mean, I'm quite sure jumping on the trampoline and doing all of that, that's vibration. You know, you gon' the recoil of hitting down and coming up, that's vibration right there. You can
She has
tolerate it
selective
when you
vibration.
want it. Exactly. It's selective. When you feel like, like I said, if you don't have the money to do your soundproof to your specifications, you're gonna have to tolerate certain things and compromise on certain things just to be able to be off the streets. And that's all I meant. I didn't mean to take gang stalking, and that's what she labeled her video. I guess I gotta tolerate um people gang stalking her and treating her bad and all that kind of stuff. No, you don't. And yes, we want people to leave us alone, but every day you let us see that that's not happening. Nobody is let Candy tell us nobody is leaving her alone. So we can't make the people. If she could make them stop, they would have stopped by now. So doing the same thing over and over and over and over and expecting different results is called insanity. So we got to do something different. And that's what my text was to her last night before I went to sleep. And I meant it with all the goodness in me that I can muster up because I already know that I have to kid gloves. You have to handle her with kid. You can't just talk to her any kind of way because I knew it wasn't going to be um, accepted kindly if I didn't come kindly. I don't see it. The only thing that I could have done to go any softer than that was to talk and baby talk. You know, that that was the most that I could do, and I didn't understand it, and I just didn't understand. It got me. It had me feeling a type of way for a minute. It had me feeling a type of way, and so I had to go ahead on and say it. Brenda was right. I mean, about that right there, about that, because like I said, it happened exactly like you said it was gonna happen. As soon as you say something she don't want to hear, cussed out and blocked, and then not cussed out and blocked, but then not only that, but you get dragged in these YouTube streets. I didn't know I was up for that one as well. So I guess maybe I'll get more followers behind this right here. Go ahead on and
It
drag
ain't
me.
no normal type of dragging neither. I'm talking about she's
Ooh,
gonna
ooh,
drag you for years to come.
ooh, ooh,
Whenever
over
you clap
being nice.
back, then you gonna be the one bullying her. When you clap back and
I ain't
clear your
got
name.
nothing to say. This right here gonna be enough to get this gonna be enough ammunition for her to go at me probably for like you said for about a year or two. She'll probably talk about this, but Candy ain't mean you nothing but harm and love, no harm and nothing but love, sweetheart. And you know it if you read the message and tell the truth about it. And if you don't want to tell the truth about it, I put it out here for people to see so they can judge for themselves.
You need to talk about how she messed over that pregnant one.
Messed over what?
That pregnant one.
A pregnant one?
Yeah.
Who is that?
The pregnant woman that she messed over.
A pregnant one? Who is that? Who is that? Is somebody on YouTube?
Yep. You know.
I know her.
Yep.
The one that I was talking about who contacted me.
Probably.
You gonna have to tell me about that off of here or something. I don't know. Because I don't I
Yep.
don't know. A pregnant one. What'd she do? What happened? If you tell me, let me think, did this girl just have a baby? I'm gonna have to go back and look on some of her videos and see if she had just had a baby. How long ago was she pregnant?
Probably about April or May in June of last year.
Okay, so her baby ought to be a little over a year old, about a year and a half.
She was still pregnant around our birthday.
Last year in August, she was
Still pregnant.
Oh, okay. Somebody just told me who it was. She commented on one of my yeah. She on TikTok too. I think she's on TikTok too. Because the person that contacted me, they contacted me through TikTok. And that's some of the name right there that I okay then. Okay,
She went
what?
all the way to Pensacola by Candy to get her. Brought her back all the way, drove all the way to New Orleans pregnant. Said that she had to carry Candy's things in the house. Candy brought all these bags with all this crap. The whole time Candy was there, she was recording that girl's house, saying she don't trust it, and that she's an evil witch, and that she needs to leave. Candy took and dipped out on the woman. The woman told her she had to pay nothing to stay with. And Candy threw some wait. Oh, the girl said she had an aversion to eggs, so she threw the food away. So Candy was recording the girl whole house, talking about like a dog the whole time she was there. I said, you know what? It wasn't meant for Candy to come live with me. It wasn't meant.
Maybe that's why she wanted to talk to me to tell me this.
Yeah.
I didn't even respond to her. I just deleted the comment and I just kept it moving because she jumped in some conversation that it was a group of us was having and she jumped into the conversation under my comment. So Candy wouldn't have gotten that notification, and I just went on and deleted it because I didn't want nobody to make her feel no certain kind of way because I had already seen how many people was coming for her on YouTube with all of the channels and all of this and all. I had already seen how people were abusing her on YouTube. I did not want it to start on TikTok because I hadn't seen anybody say anything negative about her on there. So I felt like it was a safe space and I wanted to keep it like that for her, at least on on my behalf.
The thing you gotta realize, Candy starts with people first. You ever notice when there's nobody outside to record, she seems like she's upset that there's nobody outside to record and perp her? That's why I be telling people, pay attention. I have many videos where I said, pay attention. Pay attention to detail. That's what I was learning in the military.
That's what my friend was telling me. She was like, you gotta look at what she's not saying. She said, listen to what she's not saying more than you listen to what she is saying. Look at what she's leaving out more than what she's recording because she recording strangers who don't even know her, who walking down the street living their life. She was like, and she is constantly asking these people, look at them and look at them and look at them. I just felt like she was overly paranoid. And it can happen when so many people turn on you and you feel like you don't have anybody. it will make you overly paranoid. That's what I brought it up too, but after all day today, I've been replaying it all in my mind, and now I can hear what my girlfriend was saying to me. You know, you don't never see none of this conflict she talking about, but she always talking about conflict. The only thing you can do, only thing you see is her barking at people, you know, who ain't even bothering her from what she. But my friend is, she don't know what she's experiencing it now with me. I pushed a lot of my people away because I don't want them to be um bothered because they trying to be around me. She's seeing how it's going with a little bit with me, but I don't. She feel like Candy is an aggressor. I'm gonna just put it like that. That's basically what um she's been trying to tell me the whole time. This is the aggressor. This ain't the person who being picked on. This woman picking on people all day, every day, walking up and down the street. But everybody who pick on her, you don't never see it. And I finally got a chance to say something about that day center thing. My friend was like, "Girl, you don't know what happened right there." She said that was just all she got is them people telling her to get out of there. She probably was in there acting a fool before she started recording. And I mean, you know, now I just have to take it, you know, for what it is. And I'm too old to be this naive, you know. But I just always have taken people at their word until you show me something different. I ain't fixing to sit up and be trying to um um meet somebody and second guess everything they say as soon as I meet them. Go ahead on and
Yeah,
tell me what you
that's
want to
no
tell
way
me.
to live. Yeah, because I'm not
Yeah,
gonna sit here and act like I'm not like that neither. But and then she's this type of person where she said the other day that all I'm good enough is to be with a woman that's gonna use me out of my money. I said, and you okay with that? But you saying
wow.
how could you do this to your own twin? Yeah, it was in one of her videos about 2 days ago.
I be listening a lot of them videos because she drops them hard and heavy all day, every day. And you know, I'll listen and like I said, when she started with the beefing about you and her, I really just go ahead on off that video because I don't want to. That's not my reason for
Right.
listening to her. I'm trying to look at her perk walks to see if I
And
can
like I asked people
identify.
why they perp walks and not TI walks.
Exactly.
When I asked
That's
that, she said, "You mind your own business."
that girl.
And why I was
That
gotta mind my
girl.
business when I'm catching you in your shit?
That
And with
girl. I went on her page and looked at one of her videos, and she was pointing that out. She was like, "Why Candy always saying she perp walking? You know why she did say that on one of her videos that I went and looked at. Well, one of the girls that's on here, she said she pretty much telling y'all that she is the perp. You know, she's a everything that she called everybody else, and I might find that video and send it to you so you could kind of look at it and check out this girl stuff. I don't know, but all you gotta do is I used to just look up Candy Grand Prix, but right up under there it's gonna always come up Candy Grand Prix exposed,
yeah, I was gonna say that because I asked that mentioned that the other day too. I like
and that's when
what?
yes, that's when I found everybody who is talking about her. That's where I found that girl, one of those girls that was on there, and she was like, "Why is she always saying she perp walking instead of, you know, using the name she and everything she called everybody else is what she is?" Because this girl swear that Candy and this other man, I can't think of his name, that they were mocking her
Video, and
and stalking her online.
she said she got Grand Prix again. That said she got Candy Grand Prix again, and it was some other guy.
Yes, I think that was it. They both of them are online because I looked him up too. He's still online. Let me think of what she said his name was. He a rapper. He a rapper and supposed to be a Ti. Um and Yep, I saw that one too, Sunshine. I saw that one too. I just had to look. When I seen Candy Grand Prix post, I just had to look, and I was like, that's where I found that white guy, the obelisk, I believe um, and it's a whole bunch of people. And that man sounds like he's from overseas somewhere. I don't know if he's in the United States because he don't know nothing about Pensacola. You know, he was like, y'all from the United States, and Pensacola looks like it's a nice place to live except for Candy Grand Prix. And you know, he is the one that did Menace from Pensacola. I'm not sure. I think he is the one that did Menace, but it's another white guy who does videos on her too, and it's
She calls him Stefan Adams.
no, it was definitely Adams. She said that him and Candy was friends and they were stalking her online, and they were mocking her, everything that she said she did, something about Candy getting her hair cut or something like that. She cut her hair and Candy was going by. But Candy said the reason she got her hair cut is because you told her that she was looking crazy and she needed to go to the barbershop to get her hair cut. And she said as soon as she went and got her hair cut, then you started calling her calling her out of her name, saying she was a lesbian. That she act like she want to be a lesbian or something like that. I don't know. Sorry, I was
Because she's
fussing the
always
phone.
ragging me about my sexuality and always trying to say I'm trying to force my sexuality onto her. I'm like, where had I got time to do that and I have a new relationship?
She, I, she, I was the one who told her about your new girlfriend. She claimed. She said she thought you was still with the other girl. I said she has a new girl. I'm gonna tell you the first video of your live that I looked at. My homegirl sent me the thing. It was that night that you was going off. You was a little intoxicated and y'all was drinking up in there. And you and your friend y'all ended up going to the store that night getting something to eat, and the next day you had a video up saying you were sorry for last night. That was the first time I looked at one of your lives and actually saw you talking in for real and was acting. I was like, Candy, I said your sister was going off last night. She was going ham last night. And I said her and her she thought she was like her and what's your old girlfriend? The old girlfriend. I was like, no, she wasn't calling
China.
that name. Yeah. I said she didn't I said the new girlfriend saw China in the comments. And I said, so that wasn't China. Because when I first logged on, I saw your new girlfriend say, oh, China in the comments. That's when I first got on the live, when I first joined. That's what she was saying. I said, no, it's not China, it's somebody else. And she was saying, oh, I didn't know that her and China had broken up. And I was like, yeah. I said, but she was going in on what was happening to her, this, and that, because Candy says she doesn't see your lives and she wonders how you even see her stuff because she got you blocked she got all your channels blocked and all of this kind of stuff. But
She always says
mm,
she only looks at the transcripts or she can't stand to hear my voice, but she's able to tell everything that I say. I don't even look at her videos no more, but able to tell everything I didn't say.
Joseph, who is that? Who is Stud Muffin?
Candy, because they say
No, I don't mean to laugh, Candy. I'm sorry. She
she
gonna
act
get me
harder
for
than
that.
me. She act
She gonna
harder than
get me.
me, more
I'm
masculine than
sorry.
me. And all this about the perps made me cut my hair. No, I could scratch my nose right now and you'll see. We both have a skin condition called seborrheic dermatitis. And it's
Uh huh.
easier to manage. Like it'll feel like somebody threw acid on us if we don't wash our face
Yeah.
and put moisturizer in our hair. Moisturize. We gotta wash our hair every day. Not every day, every other day.
Yeah.
Cause our skin will break out and get sores and all that. It'll turn bad. First it'll start off flaky and then it'll just turn into a sore. And it'll start like burning. Then it'll spread. And it's miserable. And don't let it be hot. It's miserable. So that's why. Ain't no person made her cut her hair. About her defecating and urinating on herself. Either she's doing that to get attention or she literally has an incontinence problem like our biological mama did.
She says that she wears bladder pads. She admitted to that, but she has issues with carrying a certain amount of stuff. She
Can
doesn't
I
have
tell
her
you a
storage
secret?
anymore.
When my blood sugar was high consistently, I had trouble with my bladder too.
Oh, you think? Oh, don't let. I'm not going. We ain't gonna speak on her health because she says that. I don't want to speak on her health, but I know she
And I'm not
does.
trying to jinx her. All I was trying to tell her, go get checked. Go get a physical. Even if you decide not to get care for it, at least go get checked to find out what's wrong. If they prescribe you medicine, who said you got to take it? Who said you got to go to the following appointment? Just go find out what's wrong with you.
She went to the
So that way
hospital the
you'll
other
know.
day. She
Because
went
they
the
got
other
stuff
day and
like
she
blood
said,
pressure and strokes and stuff that's a silent killer.
and I know y'all said something like that running y'all family, right?
This and
Coronary
that
heart
running our
disease
family,
or
and that's why I be
something.
saying, like she be talking about the perps, keeping her awake. So what about my other brothers and sisters? What about me? One of the things when I went to the hospital a couple of weeks ago, they put my doctor called my girlfriend. First thing my girlfriend said, "Can you give her something for sleep? Cause she be up all night." I said, I wonder if I'm being targeted. Crickets. It it run in the family. Mental illness, run in the family. But Candy too good to go get help.
Um, I think she's just scared of what
Judgment.
of the doctor doing something to her that she doesn't know about, giving her something. She did go to the hospital about her legs about a week or so ago, I think, and they told her wasn't nothing wrong with her.
I
So,
don't believe that.
but if she only went for her legs, that's the only thing that they really gonna be checking for. If you want to find out what's wrong with you, you have to ask
And
them
I'm pretty sure they
to do
gave her a
certain
piece
tests.
of paper with a follow up to follow up with a primary care doctor too.
Probably so, more than likely.
And you mean to tell me they didn't check her blood? I can't think of anything. I mean, it's a variation of things of why her legs would be swollen, but even then, I'm like, go get it checked
I
to find
mean,
out
she
why.
on them all day. She don't. She rarely. I mean, well, I know she probably sits down because there are times that she
Because
isn't
I was on
talking.
40 different medications. We're twins. I was on 40 different medications. Downsized to about 17 now.
Mm,
We're twins.
we don't want that. Um, we don't want that right there, coffee cake at all. And she yeah, now that's true right there. She does have. That's why I feel like her legs are
And that's
swollen.
what they told me, that I'm too short for my weight.
Um, her legs are swollen because it seemed like she favoring one of her legs when she walked, like she got a limp or something, or maybe she was
She's
trying to.
always, she's out. Well, that's another thing that run in my family. Walking funny. You
Mhm.
swear we might have one leg longer than the other. My brother Mark, he really walk crippled. I walk funny. All of us got a little bit of cross-eyed in us. It's genetic. It's not targeting. But she gets mad with me because when I say this kind of stuff, it's gonna stop her money train. But okay, all right, if that's how it's gonna be, go on and
No,
get
ain't
your
no.
money.
Let me
But
tell
stop.
you something. The people who for her, can't nobody stop. If somebody for you, they for you. Just like I was. It wasn't nothing nobody could have told me. I watched every video my homegirl sent to me. I saw what you were saying, but she pulled on my heartstrings a little more than the stuff that you were saying. I wasn't gonna let something somebody said about her change how I felt about her. She was gonna have to do it, and she did. You
And
know.
then I wonder too, because it's like everybody come apologizing to me like, oh, I don't mean no disrespect to your sister, but nobody says that on her page about me. They let me feel that heat. They be coming for me. She had grown men coming for me, threatening to hurt me and stuff, sending me death threats and stuff.
I never said anything. I ain't never liked the comment. I ain't never um got in your comments and was fighting for her in your comments. I was just looking at the videos because I only caught one live, and it was that one that night right there.
Who's that? That T talks with Teresa chick. She came and derailed my life trying to shut me up. But I'm like, I said, so is it okay when Candy's sitting there trying to say I sexually assaulted a woman, or I turned my kids gay and thought it was funny? And I'm gonna
So
light her ass right
beautiful,
the fuck back up.
so
You already know.
beautiful.
I'm gonna light her ass right the fuck back up. Why you
Oh
think
my
she
goodness.
shit?
Yeah, but I ain't, like I said, I ain't said nothing bad. I only said exactly what happened, and
And she's
I'm
telling all these
expressing
people I
my
want her dead.
confusion.
She's telling all these people I want her dead, but I've been the main one, been telling people stop encouraging her to run up in people's face with her camera. I said, because if something happened to her today or tomorrow, it's my family that gotta
Yeah.
bury her. It's my family that gonna have to bury her. So where does that sound like I'm trying to hurt her? But I'm
See,
like, I got bigger
I've
fish to fry in
never,
my life right now. But if she
like
wanna
I
take it there,
said,
we can.
I always felt that she was overly paranoid. I didn't feel like you wanted her dead. I didn't feel like her neighbor wanted to kill her. Not the girl she was getting into it with, because I saw a video of her and that girl getting into it, and Candy called that girl a gang. I'm sorry, Lord. Candy called that girl a gang stalker. That girl said, "Who are the gang? Ain't in no
I
gang."
was the same way when she first called it to me. She was calling me a perp. I'm like, what's a perp? I legitimately was, yeah, don't play dumb. I'm like, play dumb about what? Why is she doing this? And it's this girl named Lanika. She always talking about the same thing. Nika was like, why is she doing this to me? So Lanika tried to comment, and Candy went off on her. So Lanika's husband tried to comment defending his wife. Stank whore Lanika. After all these fucking years, we were kids.
Wow. Some people are truly, it's overly paranoid, and I hate that she's had to
And she still never
endure.
specified how they was gonna kill her in Pensacola. I could tell you how I almost got killed in Richmond, Virginia. I can tell you how I almost got killed in Atlanta. I can tell you how I almost got killed in Arkansas. They took my gun from me and was waiting for a specific day to knock me off in Atlanta. I mean, in Arkansas. I had a 9mm. They was gonna knock me off and rob me. Matter of fact, in Virginia too, and Atlanta. They even in Atlanta, it was a baby blue pistol. I'm like, is that even real? But they would come looking for me, and that's when I went to go get my 9mm.
That's, like I said, that's what my friend girl was telling me. She was like, stop paying attention to what she's saying. Ask questions about what she's not saying. Start asking questions. I don't want to ask no questions. She said somebody was trying to kill her. I just said it was paranoid. You know, I'm not going I'm not gonna take her what she said she experienced away from her. But like you said, you know when somebody tried to unalive you. She just saying it. You know, give us some details. People need details, and she gets upset when people um downplay her experiences. She said
And
somebody
meanwhile,
told
she's
her
downplaying all y'all experience. She downplayed my
exactly,
experience. I was raped in the
exactly.
military, and she cool with one of the people that was touching on me and stuff.
I
Told
heard you
everybody I
say
lied
that.
about being
I
raped.
I never asked her about that because I didn't want to put her in no kind of position. But I ain't asked questions. I just never asked questions about anything, and that was probably what I should have done. If somebody was trying to unalive you, you need to make it known, write details, and make it public. So if anything happens to you, at least they'll go and talk to them and just
I'm
be
gonna,
saying that. Go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you what happened to me. 2005 Thanksgiving. Couple weeks before that, my husband went on a job telling people our daughter was dead. He got paid leave, and he was cheating every day. So we had got FEMA money. He up and dipped on me and the kid, me and my daughter, because I was pregnant with my second child at the time. He beat me in the head with a wrench. Uh, he bit me in my chest, and he football tackled me in my stomach. So he dipped off, took the car and everything that I was paying for in my name. Took off with the money and the car, gone. So these two dudes come in, and I wake up Thanksgiving night. My husband called me begging me to come to let him back in the house. And I was scared. I was out there by myself and I needed him. Before I know it, I'm thinking he done came back in the house. It's these two dudes done tying my feet and hands together. I need you to hear me out. Tying my hands and feet together. I'm 5 months pregnant with my son Ivan. They didn't tie me up to the TV and to a lamp. To where if I flinched, they had a knife dangling from the lamp. So if I flinched, the knife would jig me in my throat. If I flinched that way, the TV still made of glass at the time, was gonna bust and crush all over me and electrocute me. They told me strategically how I was gonna die, and I had to pick a choice of how I was gonna die if I decided to move. They took turns sodomizing me. That's why I get so pissed that Candy calling me a sodomite. They beat me for hours. They took my daughter somewhere in a black plastic bag and brought her back naked. The stuff that they brought her back naked with a clean diaper on backwards. The stuff that they was talking about doing to her, I cannot mention on here. All I know is by the time they got and Candy, whenever I told that story, Candy had buku people that was back when you could thumb down a video and people could see it. Candy told all these people don't believe me. But when them dudes did what they did, they beat me for hours. They sodomized me. They held me at gunpoint. They found my bat and kept doing like this in my head, told me if I didn't shut the F up, they was gonna crack my skull. To this day, I don't know. I can't believe I'm still here. Right? Because that's not no story somebody usually makes it out of. But they said I'm the first person ever let live. But I let Candy gonna tell y'all I lied about the whole thing. But I had to scoot to the bathroom when they left. Not the bathroom, the kitchen. I had to use my mouth to pull the drawer down. Use my mouth to cut my arms open. I mean, the rope from my arms. They tied me with wires, ties, whatever they could tie me with in the house. So I'm using my mouth to do like this to cut in between here. And then so once I got my hands loose, then I start using my to using the knife to cut my legs loose. I'm going looking around the house for my daughter. They already took my car, my money, my wallet, my keys, everything. I'm like, they didn't took my child. But something told me look around the house. I go look around the house. They got my daughter sleeping peacefully in the closet, buried underneath a whole bunch of clothes. So I found her, and I picked her up, and the first thing she did was looked at me and smiled. It messed me up. She was butt naked with a clean diaper on backwards. I'm like, baby, you do not know what mommy had to go through tonight. So I'm going outside butt naked, me and her with a towel, a blanket on, knocking on neighbor's door at 4 o'clock in the morning. Didn't nobody want to answer their door for me because they thought that we was somebody trying to come rob them.
Yeah.
I called my children's father because he took off and left after he beat me in the head with a wrench. He took off and left. So I'm calling him. His mama telling me, I don't believe you. I think you're just trying to get him to come back because you're desperate. I'm like, this is not the time for that. If you can't come get me, come get Raven. Everybody thought I was lying. I told my brother, he busted out laughing. He like, there she go with those rape stories again. Only one person was nice enough to call the police for us. And when we went to I went to the police station with my daughter. They kept talking about they can't get like pictures, the camera not working and all that crazy stuff. So then I go and I found I had to pay money to get my own car out the pound. It took about 2 months maybe to finally get my car out the pound. A month, was it 2 weeks? Whatever. It was two something. And I had to get my car out the pound. It was was it the sheriff's office or what's the other? It wasn't the regular police. It was something else that caught them on the high speed chase and shot up my car and everything, bust the windows and everything. And when I went and got the car back, the gun that was at my head was in the trunk, and they left all their identification in the trunk. And that's how I found out that one of the dudes that did what they did to me was like 16 years old or I think 18, something like that. And not only that, I found out he was a twin. Then they call themselves. That's how I found out that you don't go to the police station and do a lineup. The police can come right to your house with a book of
them in the
pictures.
car. Oh, yeah.
With a book of pictures. Is this him? Is that him? They said, no, that's not him. I know who it is. I'm like, what you mean? They're like, he's a twin. A twin? Then they told him where I live at when I moved. I moved out of that place. They tore that apartment up. First, I shot out to try to get my husband back, and he shows up with a whole nother woman. Then I got mad at him and poured some Sprite on him. But then I go shoot out to Mississippi by my friend, and she seen my face was unrecognizable. And it's a whole story. So it's more details to the story. Like me and my best friend, we found out we were both pregnant at the same time. I shot off back over to where I was because I was too paranoid to even feel safe around her. And I dipped back out there and got my own apartment out there. And the police told these men where I moved to. It was, that's how I wound up leaving Shreveport to go live in Richmond, Virginia.
And this the story that Candy say is a lie. She say this this didn't happen.
Yes, ma'am. And when Candy found out, Candy said I got a Korean screaming rape. That was my whole point. I got a Korean screaming rape, but now she wants to write an Amazon book about how she was raped. She's telling y'all my story. Just like in the Amazon book. Yeah.
She told me she had some ebooks, but I wasn't fixing to buy them because I was sending her money. I'd rather just give her the few dollars that the ebook would cost because, I wasn't fixing.
People not buying the ebooks because they could read them online for free. And she's not grasping that. She puts them up there for free, and they get mad when people don't buy it.
Wow, didn't know that. I'll have to look them up if they on there for free because I'm interested now as to see. I mean, what all it is. She the other night I don't know if it was a live or if it was an old video that she made where she was saying that about her rape, but I didn't look at all of it, but I did hear her mention it, and I mean, if you done been through that, you couldn't dare open your mouth and say that another person is not being truthful about their experience. That's calling your experience into play. I mean, and I know she'll get hot, 30,
and like I said, this dude,
if somebody said she was lying about what she said.
Right, and that dude, she don't know what I went through with that dude, Jamel. His name Jamel Lewis. Is this dude named Tyrese Pullett raped me on base. Jamel and him were friends. He knew about it, and he was coming over every day. He already knew I couldn't say nothing because the foster mama also called herself putting out this false narrative that I lie about being raped. So Jamel knew that. So guess what, Jamel? Because I had called myself venting to Tyrese before Tyrese did. I wasn't even on the base 2 weeks and was raped. And I got accepted into the band of the Air Force the day I got discharged. who wants to pass up an opportunity like that? In my half of my childhood, up until even after I got out the military, I was still into music. But Candy gonna tell everybody, "Oh, I got out the military because it was too hard." So why would I put somebody else's career in jeopardy to get out the military? I would think to try to like hang myself or something crazy, right? Reckless driving or something, act like I'm gonna kill myself to get out, right? I ain't gonna involve nobody else. But let Candy tell it and let Jamel tell it, I lied about being raped and I didn't take care of my kids. And I was telling my girlfriend today, when Jamel said he gonna make sure I never see my kids again.
Listen, what Sunshine just said.
Yes, a lot of women.
Military. I'm talking about
they
they
have a
coming up
military sexual
unalived
trauma.
and everything. They rape people
Yes.
in the military and then they do stuff to them to keep them quiet. I'm talking about these from the high up officials all the way down to it happens in the military, and it's nothing else.
And it sounds a hell of a lot worse than wearing some colors, right?
Yes, that part.
That's why I be looking at her like, get the fuck out of here. And that dude Jamel was always like come knocking on my door. He had a whole wife, but he kept knocking on my door, trying to get something from me. And he knew I couldn't say nothing. He knew I couldn't say nothing. But guess what? Him and Candy's still cool. But how could you do this to your own twin sister, right? Fuck out of here. And like I said, don't nobody got nothing to say. But when it's Brandy did Candy something wrong, Brandy's a horrible person. But when I go to laying that out, I ain't got nothing to do with that. I don't know what to tell you. She's cool with a damn predator. But she's the one being targeted.
I didn't do my I did myself a disadvantage of picking and choosing what I wanted to hear and listen to, and I learned a lesson. It is always two sides, but they say it's three sides. Your side, their side, and the truth. It's always gonna fall somewhere in between. I should not have been one-sided. That's all it was. I was just one-sided, but none of that didn't really matter to me because, like I said, I was gonna do what I was gonna do until she gave me a reason not to, and it didn't take much. And I didn't question nothing. I still wasn't questioning nothing. I was just trying to get a better understanding. But when you live a life and you have to be overly paranoid, it does things to you. And I don't hold no grudges against her. I'm still okay. She's not, I'm okay with her. After I said what I said, I didn't think that I was gonna get blocked because I thought we were gonna be able to have a conversation about it. But I see that when she goes online and rants about you on YouTube and in her videos, it's closed with her. You the enemy from now on. And in 12 hours, it was 2 videos done about me. And like I said, I guess like you said, I'm her now. In that last video, she was like, I was talking about a few people in that video yesterday, but I was talking about her too. So I am her. When you look at the video, her is me. She is me. But I don't care. And she can say what she wants because I put the video to where the be just people with the link had the video, but you put it on your page and it's fine. Anybody can listen. That's all that was said. That's everything that was said. And if you go and look at those videos where she's saying people stringing her along, and as soon as she down at her bottom, they want to snatch their support away from her. I ain't snatched nothing. I didn't snatch my support from her. She snatched her friendship from me. because I was just trying to figure out where she stood, and that was all it was. And Sunshine and So Beautiful, all of y'all, if y'all read it, y'all tell me if I'm wrong. You know, just tell me if I said anything wrong, or look at her you can look at her video. We I'm sorry, Candy, if I offended you, but that wasn't my purpose. I was just trying to learn you a little bit, and that was it. But now it's out of my hands. I'm ready for the backlash. You know, I'll and she can vent. That's what she needs to do. She needs to get it all off her chest. However she feels, it's it's up to her to do it as she pleases. But that's not gonna get you the support that you need. If you handle every situation like that, you're not going to be able to be supported because it's not conducive to what you're trying to do. You want to get help, but you cut out the help. I don't know. I don't know. And yep, just like you said, Brandy, everybody after she bite them, they come running to you. I did. Well, not more as my friend told me. She was just like, you need to. And you need to because I've been trying to tell you. She been trying to tell you. She been telling all of y'all. And you've been, listening to Brent. You've been listening to Candy dog her out. And you've been listening to Candy dog her out. And you believed it. It's not so much as I believed it. It's just I'm taking her for her word. Even though, I heard what you said. But I wasn't listening right then. But I ain't gonna be dogging her in the comments on your videos and nothing like that. I'm still gonna be just like I was. I'll look at the videos. I probably won't even, I'm just gonna look and learn. Just look and learn because it's obvious she ain't gonna leave you alone. And people feel the need to vindicate themselves and to stick up for themselves because she has a large following and people who tend to have, like you said, they sick people on you. I'm not fixing to be, I'm not fixing to be coming for me for being nice to nobody. So I'll put it out there and put it public so everybody can see it before I let somebody, come for me. Just type it down and we'll both call it, you know, we don't have no hard, I don't have nothing hard to say about her. I just needed some more answers, as to needed to understand a little bit more as to how she does, what she does. So now I see, and I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Brandy. I appreciate your time and you sitting up here talking to me. And I always feel the need to argue my point, to argue for my defense. People tell me a lot that forget them and don't worry about it, but I see the kind of rants that she go on, and I see that she don't let it die. So I wanted to try to pour as much water on this fire as I could before it got out of hand, and I'm gonna see if she can still rage it back up. She might still be able to rage this flame back on up. So
I'm gonna tell you, like I told Patricia, get ready.
What's that, Sunshine? Or what's that? What did she said? She gonna light us up tomorrow. I'm probably gonna log off now and go catch a video of hers. But I'm gonna turn off the notifications for her because I'ma just try to just leave it alone. I'm gonna just try to just leave it alone and just let her go ahead on and maybe get it out of her system. If I don't say anything else, maybe she gonna say anything else. And I'm not a fake anything. I wasn't a fake friend. I wasn't a fake supporter. I'm not a fake TI. I'm not. In my experiences, I lay them out because for 2 years I was taking all these L's on my own. 2.5 years, I was taking all of these L's on my own, and after everybody let me down who was supposed to help me, I had no other choice but to come to social media and put it out there because, you know, when people with a lot of money want to hide their dirty deeds, and when people with poor and a lot of money want to hide their dirty deeds, they do like Candy do. They send people for you. You know, they will target you and they will send people for you and send people at you. And the people who were supposed to help me, from the first person I went to, uh, you know, the police, my city councilman, my attorney. Now you talking about death threats. You know, I was dealing with the death threats. My own attorney delivered a death threat to me from the people he was supposed to be protecting me from, and then he quit on me. You know, he then turned over all my privileged information to these people because I was going up against the mayor's brother. You know, he owned the property that I lived on, the apartment complex, and they were legit trying to run black people away. And what they did was they used their employees. It was a property manager. She was living up under me, playing like she was just a ordinary neighbor. Coming upstairs, pouring oil on the steps. Now that I know she was a property manager, I know I wasn't crazy when I would leave my house and come back and stuff would be missing. Things would be moved. My door would be unlocked. I'm thinking that I'm going crazy. I would leave to go to the laundry room that was on the property, and I would be locked out of my own place. I would have to get my mama keys, my daughter, get other people keys so I could call, because I'm like, I know I'm not going crazy. This woman for a year, she played like she was just a tenant. I'm calling the property managers. I'm calling the people, telling them this girl harassing me. She trying to, she's starting stuff with me. She's using the noise. She would turn her gas on and leave her apartment. I lived upstairs. She would turn the gas on and leave for about an hour or two. And it's coming upstairs in my apartment. She's sneaking upstairs, jiggling my doorknob at night. She pouring oil on the steps so I slip down when I pass. And I'm reporting this stuff to the real estate company. They ignore me. They telling me, if you scared, move. That's not what you're supposed to do. I even asked them, I'm like, is she some candy, y'all? Do she own this place or something? They was like, she just called her tenant the whole time. Just called her tenant. So I started calling the police. They put that first police report in the right name, but the other four, after she told them, she told them right in front of me. She was kin to the people who own the property. She told them right in front of me. The police laughed. It was like, I think she crazy, because she was drunk that night when I called the police. After that, the rest of my police reports went in the wrong name. They went in the wrong charges. This girl threatened me with the plane. She threatened, she slashed my tires. I walked right out behind her, slashing my tires. She slashed my tires. She would try to provoke me into fights, just all kinds of stuff, and I'm not understanding what's going on. So I get my city councilman, a black man. He told me he was gonna help me, block my number. He just stopped talking to me. And during this whole time, I didn't know who I was dealing with until after I just said, forget it. Because everything, after my attorney delivered me that death threat, he told me, you better move before they kill you. After he told me that, and I got all of that proof on my page. I'm not just talking about it. I'm proving it all. I'm putting it out there for everybody to see it, because nobody is helping me. After I moved and filed a complaint with HUD, because they do have properties that they take Section 8 for. This is a big real estate company. That's when I found out that it's owned by the mayor's brother, and that white girl was a property manager. She was the property manager. I did not know this at all after I had until a year after I had moved. That's when I found out when HUD sent me the paperwork. And it had her name on there as the property manager. And John Stimson as I HUD fabricated my paperwork too, because once I started trying to I didn't understand why nobody was helping me until I realized that it was the mayor's brother who owned the property, and it's the mayor. The police work for the mayor. Somebody, if the lawyer wanted to still be able to try cases in the Mobile County Courthouse, he was gonna have to drop me as an attorney. That's why he tried to scare me. And then he dropped me. He blocked me too. He stopped talking to me, and he gave all of our privileged communication. He gave them over to the mayor's brother, the real estate company. When I went and tried to file through HUD sent me the paperwork first. They were doing their job at first, but as soon as they found out who the property belonged to, they started fabricating the paperwork. I got about four different claims in Alabama and Georgia that were fabricated by HUD, and it's on my page. All of that is everything that I'm saying. So now, because they trying to intimidate me, you see people gang stalking my house. When I leave my house, I got a video on my page where I literally tell you who gonna be stalking me before I leave out of my house. And I got a car camera, and when I drive, the people that I said before I pulled out of my yard, you see those people stalking me in the video. You see them surrounding my house with people with businesses. I told the police that a city vehicle been stalking me for months and months and months. You think they did anything about it? No, but what they did do was the police showed up at my house with that same car that same city vehicle that I told them was stalking me when I wasn't at home. They just wanted it to get on my cameras so I could see that they not gonna do nothing about it. Now, they targeted me for real because I had the nerve, the gall, the balls, and the audacity to stand up to the mayor. Our mayor is from Mississippi. He's an heir to a timber fortune. He owns Mobile Lumber in Mobile, Alabama, and he is also the mayor of the city. His brother owns 251 properties. They trying to run people out of the historic district of downtown Mobile, Alabama. If you black, they don't want you down there. I had the wherewithal to live amongst them, and instead of not renewing my lease, they let me renew my lease, and then they tried to get me to abandon the lease by doing stuff to scare me up out of there. They were My tires were constantly flat. They were smearing feces on my car. When I put my clothes in the laundry, they would stop the laundry. They would open up the lid and stop. My clothes wouldn't finish washing. They would pour things into the laundry, urine. I'm talking about the type stuff that you read about. The type stuff that you read about is the stuff that was going. That's what you call, you know, I just had the wherewithal to start videoing way back then because I was up. I was like two. It was like three black families living in that apartment complex with all white people. You could tell they did not want you there. So I was videoing to cover myself because I knew she was playing dirty. I just didn't know how dirty she was playing.
I went through
So
100% similar to the stuff you mentioned, like that dude Jamel I told you about. He was
yeah,
pouring like soda in my gas tank, so I
yeah,
couldn't go nowhere. He was putting orange juice in my iron. I had a girlfriend at that time. He kept pouring orange juice. He knew I was gonna be ironing her clothes, so now she got to go to work looking all fucked up and looking at me crazy, cause her clothes are fucked up. They was recording all around my house. They was
that
slandering me about my
yeah,
children.
yeah. That's
Ask
targeting.
Candy. Ask Candy about the landlord that they was gonna sue him, and he tried to get me to sign uh like alter my lease. And when I realized what he was trying to do, I told
Hmm.
he kept trying to get me to do it, and I was like, they gonna sue me. But I wasn't even in my right state of mind. I was on medication. So he got mad because I told him, no, I'm not finna do all this and that. So he got mad and had somebody drive a car through my apartment. As can if you look at Candy, and it's probably some homework, but Candy gonna tell you about how people drove a car through my apartment. Ain't that's not what people be talking about targeting is?
Yes.
The same stuff that they be talking about targeting is I've been through. And then they had the nerve to lock me out of my apartment, and I wound up homeless. That's how I wound up refinancing my car. I had to stay in a hotel until my
I
apartment
seen that
was ready.
video. I seen that video where you said that on there too. That you had to refinance your car and stay in a hotel.
Yep. But she's so against me.
Coffee cake, no ma'am. No ma'am. No ma'am. It ain't happening, no ma'am. I just feel I just don't want her to think that I'm dogging her because I'm not. I feel like the one that's being dogged. So yeah, I should stop apologizing
And that's
because
why
I
I
didn't
want
do
you to
nothing.
don't delete this video because it was this person. I can't think of her name, but it was a video that says, "Yes, Candy, my opinion about you changed because you changed," or something. I can't remember that girl name. I had her number, and we used to talk every day and everything. I don't. I ain't gonna remember her name. But I'm like, if between that girl, Patricia, and you, and what I've been through, if people not seeing through Candy, they don't want to see. So I'm like, for your benefit and for other people out there benefit, because Candy gonna keep going around hurting people. But I'm like, if you left this video up, somebody will see. Like somebody that's truly not trying to have no smoke with her, no beef with her. What can
Yeah,
they say about that? They can't argue with that. But
I
even
will. I
then,
will leave it up.
people see what they want. I don't know. I'm like, what's it gonna take? And then she brags about the money, talking about that the perps are jealous because she got a hotel room, or the perps are jealous because they got money. We got our own place to live. We got our own food at the home to cook the way we like it. We ain't gotta complain about how somebody burnt our food or uh, bit into the doggone sweet potato pie.
True, true. I'm
We
just
got we
I will leave this up because it's a
and,
it's a learning. A lot of people talk about her without no personal experience with her. It's different when you've had a personal experience, and it hit different when you speaking from personal experience. That's all I got to say. So I will leave this up.
imagine what I went through as a kid.
I was gonna ask you about that. We're gonna have to talk about that on another one. Cause I was gonna ask you how did y'all get along when y'all were children? But we is 2 hours into this thing. It's almost 1 a.m. What time you in New Orleans? You live in New Orleans?
No.
Okay. It's almost 1 in Alabama. So I
Yes, almost one here too. I'm in Texas. Since she tell everybody where I'm at,
I
where I
I
live
would
at, and
I
how much
I
money
would have
I make.
never known. I ain't never heard her say that. I would have never known. I
Yeah,
don't
she
think she
told
know where
everybody,
you
oh
at.
y'all, she's in Mesquite, Texas. She make $4,000 or $5,000 a month, probably more than that. This the kind of car she drive, y'all, and
Hmm.
got a problem with who I'm dating. She got a problem with me vaping. She got a problem with my spiritual beliefs. And that's why people gravitate to her, oh, because I'm not a Christian. But I still believe that there's a higher being and that somebody died on the cross for my sins. But because I'm gay or because I have different spiritual beliefs, that mean that nobody should believe me.
No, no. I mean, we don't want to. You can't judge unless you want to be judged. It don't say the Bible don't say don't judge somebody. It said judge least you be. You gonna have to judge people from the same measure you want to be judged from. So,
And like I tell people, ask her why she been banned from Tulane Hospital because she tried to kill my daughter
I think
when she
she
was
had a
first born.
video up said that. I didn't never look at it though. I think it said something like the real reason the real reason she was banned from Tulane Hospital. She had a video
You know what
about
she
that. You
tell
seen it?
everybody? Yeah, probably several of them, but she tell everybody I tried to blood sacrifice my own daughter. Told people I'm in the Illuminati, that I do voodoo. If I did voodoo, she wouldn't be fixing her mouth to say nothing about my kids or me.
Well, that's true. I mean, if you did voodoo, she wouldn't be no problem.
Exactly. Wouldn't have no problem at all.
Well, I'm gonna get off here for tonight, but I appreciate you, Brandy, and we gonna have to have us another live so we can talk about some more stuff later on. I'm fixing to go and find that girl though. I still been thinking about her ever since she said I'm finna have to go and look her up and look at her videos.
Okay.
All right then. I'll talk to
Uh,
y'all later. Bye coffee cake, bye sunshine, bye everybody.